Fielded in the end zone, it's 4. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Split backs here. Takes the handoff. It's Curtis. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
They booted away on 4th down. Got it near midfield. Oh, he broke out another move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Panthers!
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, puts 6 up on the board.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Curtis. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
dances away. He's going to take off. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Curtis. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got his man. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on third down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were 1st and 2nd down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Makes a grab and room to run. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. How about that tackle to stop him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Burrell. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
To the air on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Wilson. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets rid of it. He makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ford International comes out to start this drive. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Panthers getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4.
Finding some room. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Give him a pickup of 2. Now 2nd and 8.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. Hard running there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical.
Caught. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida International. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Ford. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
To the air on second down. Unloads to the right. Wilson open on the right side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Good enough for first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the counter. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. It's Burrell. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sidelines, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Throws to the tight end. Williams open on the right side. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I need that. I need that. God damn. Oh, fuck. I needed that.
Welcome to Pit Bull Stadium. It's the Troy Trojans and the FIU Panthers. Reese Davis along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Let's fucking go, Pit Bull Stadium. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
To go to another college, so you got to go to that college and enjoy their homecoming. You know, look, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Realistically, if you didn't know, don't come to one of these. And I'm gonna tell
A live look at Piscataway, New Jersey in Shai Stadium. It's the FIU Panthers and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Roll is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, Coach Simmons told me pregame, this is a very motivated squad. Coming in here against a Big Ten team, these guys have a lot to prove. He said, we're not intimidated in an environment like this, and I expect our players to be the best version of themselves today.
anybody shouldn't cover one of these. Because every single girl that looks good is getting shot at least 3 times per minute. At least 3 times per minute, or 3 times per 5 minutes to make it realistic. It's a lot of shots going at that. Stay back. Stay back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
She loved the attention. So that's all she gonna count it at the end of the night. When she said 5 shot, they shot at it, you gonna be counted. She's not gonna miss the level. You gonna be able to stretch. They'll miss.
They'll run it. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
On the junior side, I'm hilarious. I'm let me take a couple shots and let her laugh, and then I'm gonna give her this. I'm taking the fake shot. That is so much of a disruption. No bullshit. She don't even remember. She not even thinking about this.
Dumped on first down and second and 10.
Then you walk that thing up. You know that thing. Yeah, I know this is the skinny things.
Quick completion to the right. Fights off an offender. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them, they'd go down right away. Not this guy, that's a short throw. And he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why it's such a tough matchup for any defense.
She just going like this.
And the Panthers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
She don't even know. I was your friend for 2 hours. After I started thinking left, that's what I
Maybe some room here. They're ripping off chunks of yards. They get it to the 33.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run to the left. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Got it, looking for a first. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running inside, it's Raymond. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Unloads it left. The sure hands, it's Duff. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Raymond. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
Caught behind the line. It's Anthony. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, I know it took their defense a second to get the ball back for the O after that last drive, but now their offense is kind of doing the same thing. They're now playing keep away. Really good job there on 3rd down, handing it off, understanding where the first down marker is, everybody executing, and now you got an opportunity to keep this thing going. You're thinking pay dirt. You're thinking touchdown here.
Lost a throw on 1st down. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Calling the change now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting.
This must be what it's like playing against me.
Scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys.
Now I'm locked the fuck in. I don't know what the fuck.
On all cylinders early in the game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Raymond. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. Upstairs to make the catch. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. That's caught. It's Duff. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The run inside. It's Raymond. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rutgers. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I deserve that. I do deserve that.
Always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Start this drive at their own 48. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Raymond. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He'll toss it. Finding open air. Maybe a crease. Busts through behind his pad. Guided out.
Good shit, good shit, good shit.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Running inside. It's Raymond. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on second down. Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
It'll be third and long.
Here we go. Ready, go!
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they could...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Gonna let it fly. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. Got a little press. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the right. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They know how dangerous this guy is after the catch, and boy, oh boy, they set their hair on fire and caused a wreck on that hit.
They sure did. You got to be careful, too, because they sold out on that hit, and if they missed, that tight end was going to be able to advance the football, but boy, oh boy, this defense playing physical.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Raymond. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than